The airport smelled of metal, jet fuel, and sweat. Security lights glared down on us like an interrogation room. We were almost through, my wife ahead of me, hand light on my arm, when the uniforms appeared. 4 officers. Their faces unreadable. "Sir, ma'am, step aside." Her fingers slipped from mine, deliberate. They led us to a side corridor, white walls, no windows. One officer held up a black duffel bag. "Who owns this?" My wife's voice cut like glass. "It's his." She even smiled when she said it. I saw the officers exchange a look. They unzipped the bag. The smell that came out wasn't clothes, something chemical. One officer muttered a word into his radio and went pale. I didn't speak, not yet. Inside, I was cataloging the scene. Number of cameras, exit points, my wife's expression. She'd rehearsed this moment. She thought I hadn't. For weeks, she'd been different. Quiet phone calls at midnight. New passwords. Her eyes darting away when I asked simple questions. I'd convinced myself it was another man. I almost wished it had been. But then I saw the receipts. International transfers. A plane ticket to a city neither of us had ever mentioned. I remembered her telling me how easy it would be to start over. I remembered the subtle digs at my military past, my paranoia, my constant suspicion. Now it all aligned like a rifle scope. She'd put something in that bag. She'd made sure it bore my fingerprints. Whatever was inside would buy her a new life and bury mine. She'd chosen the airport for maximum effect, federal jurisdiction, public shame. But she didn't know I'd been awake nights, piecing the pattern together. She didn't know the bag wasn't what she thought anymore. Weeks earlier, I'd started checking her phone. Silent at night when she left it charging. Encrypted apps, deleted logs, but nothing stays hidden forever. I copied numbers, traced calls, found the man she was talking to, an intermediary with a criminal record. Drugs, weapons, false passports. The picture sharpened. She wasn't just leaving me. She was framing me as her exit ticket. I photographed everything. Bank records, receipts, even the first shipping label she'd ordered under my name. Then I switched the bag. Same model, same wear marks, but the contents changed. Her version held contraband. Mine held copies, hard drives, printed evidence, a tracker. The night before the flight, I placed her real bag into a locker under her name, her ID on the rental form. The bag she handed over to the airline was mine. She never looked inside. She never imagined she was walking into her own trap. The officers stared into the duffel, then at me, then at her. "What is this?" one asked. I shrugged. "Calm," I said. "Documents," I said. "Documents about fraud and attempted smuggling." I handed them a sealed envelope with a government seal. Inside were the photos, the bank transfers, the messages, her fingerprints. All of it time-stamped. My wife's smile cracked. "What are you doing?" she hissed. I looked at her for the first time since the checkpoint. "Making sure the right person answers," I said. An officer gestured for her passport. She fumbled it out, knuckles white. The smugness drained off her like sweat. She realized the bag was clean, but her name was all over the original locker. She realized too late the net had flipped direction. They separated us. I heard her voice rise in another room, pleading now. I sat still, hands folded, breathing slow. When they brought her back, her face was ashen. She looked at me like I was a stranger. "Please," she whispered, "tell them." I leaned in close, just enough for her to hear. I already did. I explained, in measured words, how the original bag was under her name, how the evidence tied to her accounts, how she'd be met at the gate by federal agents. I didn't gloat. I didn't even smile. I just let the facts do their work. She trembled, eyes darting, searching for some crack in the plan. There wasn't one. I'd built this like a field op. every step verified, every escape sealed. They led her away. No cuffs yet, but they would come. Her head hung low, hair covering her face. I walked out of the airport alone, the air outside warm and strange after the recycled chill inside. People moved past me, laughing, dragging suitcases, oblivious. For years I'd believed in her, believed in us. All it took was one bag to see the truth. There was no victory in it, only an end. An end I'd designed because she'd left me no choice. I thought about how easily trust becomes a weapon, how a smile at a checkpoint can be a blade. I thought about the version of myself who would have frozen, panicked, begged. He was gone. What remained was quieter, sharper. She had pointed at me, but the world now pointed at her. As the taxi pulled away, I watched the airport shrink in the rearview mirror. Somewhere inside, she was explaining herself to people who didn't care. Somewhere inside, the bag was still sitting on a table, full of the life she'd planned to destroy me with. I leaned back, eyes closed, breathing finally steady. Not forgiveness, not even satisfaction, just clarity. She tried to hand me over in a bag, but I packed it with her own sins instead.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.